July 1518. Strasbourg, a prosperous city of church spires and narrow streets on the Rhine. On a summer morning, a woman steps out of her house into the lane. Her name, the records say, is Frau Troffea, and she begins to dance. No music, no festival, no partner. She dances alone on the cobblestones, hours. Her feet bleed. Night falls. She is still dancing. She dances for something like 4 to 6 days. Neighbors gather to gawk, to laugh, to pray. And then the laughing stops, because one by one the watchers join her. Within a week, around 30 dancers. Within a month, as many as 400 people, dancing day and night, screaming for help while their bodies refuse to stop. Some collapse. Chronicles claim that at the peak, the dancing kills several people a day. Hearts, strokes, sheer exhaustion. This is not a legend. It is in the city council minutes, the physician's notes, the cathedral sermons. This is the dancing plague of 1518, the mystery with the best paper trail in history. First, understand these are not people having fun. Witnesses described faces twisted in terror, dancers begging bystanders to free them, wailing that they are dying while their legs keep going. Whatever this is, it wears the body like a costume. The city government does what governments do. It holds meetings. The learned physicians are consulted, and they deliver a diagnosis straight from the medical textbooks of 1518, hot blood. The cure, they announce with total confidence, is more dancing. Let them dance it out. So the city of Strasbourg, and this is all documented, opens 2 guild halls, erects a wooden stage in the market, and hires professional musicians and strong men to keep the afflicted moving. They institutionalize the play. They give it a venue and a soundtrack.
It was the worst decision available. If this thing spread by seeing and hearing it, and everything suggests it did, then putting dancers on a stage with a band was not treatment. It was advertising.
The outbreak explodes. More dancers, more collapses, more deaths. Finally, the council reverses completely. Dancing is banned citywide. Music is banned. The stage comes down. The afflicted are loaded into wagons and driven to a mountain shrine of Saint Vitus, the saint whose curse, everyone believed, caused compulsive dance. There, the dancers are given little red shoes marked with crosses and walked through solemn rites at the altar. And it works! Slowly, over weeks, the dancing dies out. By September, Strasbourg's streets are still. The plague ends not with medicine, but with ritual at the shrine of the very saint blamed for it. Remember that detail. It's the key. So, what on earth happened? Theory 1, the one your science-minded friend reaches for, poison. Rye bred in wet years can host ergot, a fungus containing compounds chemically related to LSD. Ergot poisoning is real. It struck medieval Europe repeatedly, and it causes hallucinations and convulsions. Case closed?
Not quite. Ergotism causes spasms, seizures, and it strangles blood flow, gangrene, lost limbs. What it does not do is let hundreds of people perform coordinated, rhythmic, upright dancing for days on end. Poisoned people fall down. These people danced.
Also awkward for the poison theory, the outbreak spread by line of sight. Watchers became dancers, and it stopped at a religious ceremony. Toxins don't care about sermons. Something psychological does. Which brings us to theory 2, the modern consensus, and honestly the scarier one, mass psychogenic illness. A contagion made not of microbes but of belief. Context: 1518 Strasbourg is a city at the end of its rope. Failed harvests. Bread prices through the roof. Smallpox and syphilis burning through the population. Orphans everywhere. And a deeply held local belief that Saint Vitus punishes sinners with a curse of unstoppable dance. Take 10,000 people marinating in terror. Add total certainty that a dancing curse exists. Now one exhausted, desperate woman starts dancing in the street and cannot stop. Every person watching knows exactly what they're seeing, the curse, and knows deep in their bones that it could take them next. And in a suggestible, terrified brain that knowledge is enough. The expectation echoes the illness. The curse works because everyone believes in the curse. It is a self-installing software bug for the human mind. This explains everything the poison can't. Why it spread by watching. Why victims entered genuine trance states, feeling unable to stop because they believed they couldn't. Why a stage and musicians made it worse. And why the cure is a ceremony that convinced their brains the saint was appeased. The ritual at the shrine wasn't superstition defeating science. It was, accidentally, the correct psychological intervention. The belief that started the plague was used to switch it off. And 1518 wasn't a one-off. The Rhine region saw dancing outbreaks for centuries. A huge one in 1374 spanned whole regions. Italy had its Tarantella. And before you file this under silly medieval people. 1962, Tanganyika. A laughing epidemic starts with 3 schoolgirls and shuts down 14 schools for months. 2011, New York. A cluster of teenagers developed identical tics. And in the 2020s, doctors documented tick outbreaks spreading through social media video. The mechanism never went away. Only the trigger changed. That's the real lesson of Strasbourg. The human brain is a social organ. It synchronizes with other brains, usually beautifully. Occasionally, under enough fear, catastrophically. We are all running the same operating system Frau Troffea ran. It has not been patched. Nobody knows what happened to Frau Troffea herself, whether she recovered at the shrine, whether she was among the dead, whether she ever knew what she started. She stepped into the street, and into 400 people's nervous systems, and into history. One woman, no music, and a city that danced until it dropped, because everyone was certain it could happen. The scariest plagues, it turns out, don't need germs at all. Missed our last one. 115 colonists vanished from Roanoke Island leaving one word and no distress cross, and the answer may be a happy ending nobody could see. Cards on screen. And that's 18 mysteries in the vault. Planes, ships, signals, ciphers, islands, masts, manuscripts, and one very loud glacier. The playlist is on screen. Benzet. Argue with it. Tell us which case broke your brain. More mysteries are coming. History makes them faster than we can draw them. Until then, stay weird, stay kind, don't join the dance and subscribe.